Hey everyone, Dr. Mike here. Thanks for tuning into Diabetics Daily Dose, your go-to for practical advice on managing diabetes and living your healthiest life. Today, we're diving into a topic that's near and dear to many of our hearts: coffee. Let's be real, a lot of us need that morning pick-me-up or maybe even an afternoon boost. But for people with diabetes, navigating the world of coffee can be a little tricky. That's because some coffee drinks are basically sugar bombs in disguise. And as we know, managing blood sugar is key for feeling your best. So, stick around as we break down 5 coffees diabetics should avoid. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Okay, let's talk flavored lattes. I get it, that caramel macchiato or pumpkin spice latte might be calling your name. But before you give in, let's unpack why these drinks can be a problem for blood sugar control. The main culprit here? You guessed it, sugar. Those delicious syrups and flavorings that make your latte so tempting are often loaded with sugar. We're talking upwards of 50 grams of sugar in a single drink. Yikes. Remember, when you have diabetes, your body has trouble processing sugar effectively. Consuming that much sugar in one shot can lead to rapid blood sugar spikes, leaving you feeling sluggish and irritable later on. Plus, those spikes can contribute to long-term complications if they happen too often. So, while that flavored latte might seem tempting, it's best to enjoy them sparingly or find healthier alternatives. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up your coffee shop runs altogether. There are ways to enjoy a delicious latte without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride. First, opt for unsweetened syrups or sugar-free options. Many coffee shops now offer sugar-free vanilla, caramel, and even hazelnut flavors. Just be sure to double-check with your barista to be safe. Another tip is to ask for fewer pumps of syrup. Instead of the standard 4 pumps, ask for 2 or even just 1 to reduce the sugar content significantly. And if you're feeling adventurous, try experimenting with natural sweeteners like stevia or erythritol. Many coffee shops now offer these alternatives, or you can bring your own. Want even more control over your coffee creations? Why not become your own barista and whip up delicious diabetes-friendly lattes at home? It's easier than you think. Invest in a milk frother for that creamy latte texture and experiment with unsweetened almond milk or coconut milk for a lower-carb option. You can even brew your own cold brew coffee and sweeten it to your liking with a touch of stevia or erythritol. Add a sprinkle of cinnamon or cocoa powder for an extra flavor boost. The possibilities are endless, and you'll be saving money and sugar in the process. So ditch the sugary coffee shop lattes and embrace your inner barista. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room: frappuccinos. While they might seem like a tempting treat, these blended beverages are often loaded with calories, carbohydrates, and hidden sugars, making them a no-go for anyone watching their blood sugar levels. We're talking upwards of 400 calories and 60 grams of carbohydrates in a single serving. To put that into perspective, that's like consuming 3 slices of bread in one sitting. And let's not forget about the fat content. Frappuccinos are often made with whole milk and whipped cream, adding unnecessary saturated fat to your diet, which can impact your heart health in the long run. Remember, managing diabetes isn't just about controlling blood sugar, it's about overall health and well-being, and unfortunately, frappuccinos don't quite fit the bill. Now, you might be thinking, it's just one drink, how bad can it be? But here's the thing, those high levels of carbohydrates and sugar in frappuccinos can send your blood sugar levels on a roller coaster ride. You'll experience a rapid spike followed by an equally rapid crash, leaving you feeling tired, sluggish, and craving more sugar. This roller coaster effect can also disrupt your mood, sleep patterns, and energy levels throughout the day. And over time, those constant spikes and crashes can contribute to insulin resistance, making it even harder for your body to regulate blood sugar effectively. So, while that frappuccino might seem tempting in the moment, it's best to steer clear and opt for healthier alternatives. Okay, so we've established that frappuccinos are a no-go. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy a refreshing and delicious blended coffee drink. Instead of reaching for that sugary frappuccino, try blending unsweetened iced coffee with a handful of ice, a splash of unsweetened almond milk or coconut milk, and a touch of stevia or erythritol for sweetness. You can even add a scoop of protein powder for a more filling and satisfying treat. Get creative and experiment with different flavor combinations like vanilla extract, unsweetened cocoa powder, or a dash of cinnamon. Remember, managing diabetes doesn't mean depriving yourself. It's about making smart choices that support your health and well-being. Hey everyone, Dr. Mike here, and let's talk about artificial sweeteners in your coffee. These little packets might seem like a miracle solution for those looking to cut down on sugar intake. Now I know what you're thinking. They're sugar-free, so they must be a better choice for managing blood sugar, right? Well, not so fast. The reality is a bit more complex than it appears. While it's true that artificial sweeteners don't directly raise your blood sugar levels the way sugar does, there's more to the story. These sweeteners can have hidden effects that aren't immediately obvious. You see, recent studies have suggested that artificial sweeteners might actually mess with your body's natural ability to regulate blood sugar. They do this by interfering with the balance of good bacteria in your gut, which is crucial for overall health. This imbalance can lead to insulin resistance over time. And remember, insulin resistance is a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes. It's a condition where your body's cells don't respond to insulin as effectively as they should. It's like your body's cells aren't responding to insulin's message to absorb glucose from your bloodstream as efficiently as they should. This can cause higher blood sugar levels over time. So even though you might think you're making a healthy choice by swapping sugar for artificial sweeteners, you could be inadvertently increasing your risk of developing type 2 diabetes in the long run. It's important to consider all aspects of your diet and how they interact with your body's natural processes. So next time you reach for that packet of artificial sweetener, think twice. It might be worth exploring other options, like natural sweeteners, or simply reducing your overall sugar intake. Remember, the goal is to maintain a balanced diet that supports your health in the long term. Thanks for watching and stay healthy. Let's break down how this happens. When you consume something sweet, your body expects a surge of glucose. It's a natural response. But when you use artificial sweeteners, which are often hundreds of times sweeter than sugar, they trick your body into thinking it's getting a sugar rush. This triggers the release of insulin, even though there's no actual sugar to deal with. Over time, this constant stimulation of insulin production without the corresponding glucose can lead to your cells becoming less responsive to insulin, which, as we discussed, is the hallmark of insulin resistance. Think of it like this. Imagine your doorbell keeps ringing, but no one's ever there. Eventually, you're going to start ignoring it, right? That's kind of what happens with your cells and insulin when you consume artificial sweeteners regularly. They get so used to the false alarm of sweetness without the actual sugar that they become less sensitive to insulin signals, making it harder for your body to regulate blood sugar effectively. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who uses artificial sweeteners will develop diabetes. Many factors contribute to the development of this complex condition. But it's crucial to be aware of the potential risks, especially if you're already predisposed to diabetes or have a family history of the disease. Moderation is key with everything, and that includes artificial sweeteners. Instead of reaching for that pink, blue, or yellow packet, try gradually reducing the amount of sweetener you use in your coffee. You might be surprised how quickly your taste buds adjust, and remember, there are plenty of other ways to add flavor to your coffee without relying on artificial sweeteners. We'll explore some healthier alternatives in the upcoming chapters, so stay tuned. Alright folks, let's talk about those energy coffee drinks that promise to supercharge your day. You know the ones, they're loaded with promises of focus and energy, but they often come with a hidden cost for diabetics. The problem with these drinks is that they're often packed with sugar. We're talking about levels that would make a donut blush. And remember, sugar is basically rocket fuel for your blood sugar levels. Just one of these sugary concoctions can send your blood sugar soaring, leading to those dreaded sugar crashes later on. Plus, over time, consistently high blood sugar can increase your risk of serious health complications. So, while that boost might seem tempting, it's crucial to be mindful of the sugar content in these energy drinks. Instead of reaching for a sugary pick-me-up, explore healthier ways to fuel your body and mind. Now let's debunk a common myth surrounding energy coffee drinks. Many people believe that the energy boost they get from these drinks is solely due to the caffeine. While caffeine does play a role, the truth is that the sugar rush is often the main culprit behind that initial burst of energy. The problem is, this energy surge is short-lived and often followed by a dreaded crash. You know the feeling: fatigue, irritability, difficulty concentrating, not exactly the recipe for a productive day. Instead of relying on these artificial energy boosts, focus on nourishing your body with whole foods that provide sustained energy. Think complex carbohydrates, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These foods provide a slow and steady release of energy, keeping you feeling your best throughout the day. Remember, true energy comes from within. By making mindful choices about what we consume, we can fuel our bodies effectively and avoid those energy roller coasters. So, if those energy coffee drinks are off the menu, what are some healthier alternatives to power through your day? Well, I've got you covered. One option is to brew your own coffee at home and add a natural sweetener in moderation like stevia. This way, you control the ingredients and can avoid those hidden sugars. Another great option is to opt for unsweetened tea. It contains less caffeine than coffee and can be just as invigorating, especially when enjoyed hot. You can also experiment with herbal teas, which offer a variety of flavors and potential health benefits. Remember, staying hydrated is crucial for maintaining energy levels. Keep a reusable water bottle handy and sip on water throughout the day. By making these simple swaps and prioritizing hydration, you can fuel your body effectively without the sugar overload. Let's talk about non-dairy creamers, those seemingly innocent additions that can turn your plain coffee into a more decadent treat. While they might seem like a healthier alternative to traditional dairy creamers, many non-dairy options are loaded with hidden sugars. These added sugars can wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels, especially if you're managing diabetes. It's like sneaking in a dessert with your morning coffee. The problem is, these sugars are often disguised under different names on ingredient lists. You might see things like corn syrup solids, maltodextrin, or even high-fructose corn syrup lurking in the ingredients. Always remember to flip that creamer container over and scan the nutritional label before you pour. Don't let those sweet-sounding names fool you. Prioritize your health by choosing unsweetened options or exploring healthier alternatives. I know what you're thinking. Navigating the creamer aisle can feel like a minefield. But don't worry, I'm here to equip you with the knowledge to make healthier choices. First and foremost, make unsweetened, non-dairy creamers your new best friend. They provide that creamy texture without the added sugars. You can find unsweetened options made from almond milk, coconut milk, and even oat milk. Another tip is to look for creamers with minimal ingredients. The fewer ingredients on the list, the better. Ideally, you want to see recognizable ingredients like nuts, water, and maybe a natural thickener. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to making healthy choices. By being a mindful consumer and reading those labels carefully, you can enjoy your coffee without the added sugar rush. Now, just because we're ditching the sugary creamers, doesn't mean your coffee has to be bland. There are plenty of ways to add flavor without sending your blood sugar levels on a roller coaster ride. One option is to add a dash of cinnamon to your coffee grounds before brewing. Cinnamon not only adds a warm, comforting flavor, but also has been linked to potential blood sugar regulating benefits. Another idea is to create your own flavored creamer by blending unsweetened almond milk with a touch of vanilla extract and a pinch of stevia. This way, you control the ingredients and sweetness level. Remember, small changes can make a big difference when it comes to managing your health. By making mindful swaps and prioritizing natural flavors, you can enjoy a delicious and satisfying cup of coffee without compromising your well-being. So there you have it, 5 types of coffee that diabetics should avoid or consume with caution. Remember, managing diabetes is all about making informed choices that support your overall health. If you found this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more informative content. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching Diabetics Daily Dose. Until next time, stay informed and stay healthy.